pleasure and privilege that today we are having respected Shri Piyush Goyal ji, who is heading the power, coal and new and renewable energy. And we are really proud that he is a chartered accountant occupying such a high position in the Modi government. Recently they have completed 1 year in the office also. Sir, this particular webcast is under the aegis of Women Members Empowerment Committee of the ICI. So we really happy that you could spare your valuable time. Just now respected sir is coming from the cabinet meeting. Friends, we all are chartered accountant and we know how difficult it is to pass the CA examination. But we have the personality, respected Shri Piyush Goyal ji, who not only cleared the CA examination in first attempt, but also secured the second rank in All India CA final examination. He had also secured 100 out of 100 in costing paper. Apart from CA degree, respected sir is also a qualified lawyer. He has also secured there also a rank, second rank in the law examination of the Mumbai University. Apart from that, respected sir has also done various leadership programs at Yale University, Oxford University, Princeton University. The biodata is really huge. We each and every chartered accountant member and the student knows respected Piyush Goyal ji, because he is not only a politician, because he is always friend, philosopher, guide, mentor to the entire profession of chartered accountancy. All these years, whenever we requested respected sir to be with us, he has always blessed, he has always guided the members and the students. Sir, once again today we welcome you. On behalf of the committee, I will like to present you the bouquet of flowers. May I request Mr. Mukesh Kushwaha to present a bouquet, memento.
You know that I don't accept. Thanks.
Thank you, sir. With this brief introduction, since respected sir has got another important meeting, I will be requesting respected sir only to throw some light about his vision, his mission, and where he being a primarily chartered accountant, what role he sees into a new economic policies of the government, how chartered accountants can contribute. Respected sir, directly over to you.
Thank you very much. It's indeed a privilege to address particularly the women members, more so because as we are seeing the empowerment of women in various fields of life, the Indian economy is also seeing a greater participation and a greater role of women. I was meeting with the chartered accountants of the Varanasi chapter day before yesterday, and the enthusiasm of the women chartered accountants there was far greater than the enthusiasm of the male chartered accountants. In fact, when I threw the idea that the chartered accountants could adopt the various ghats of Varanasi for cleanliness, for the Swachhata Abhiyan, for which the institute has been nominated by the Honorable Prime Minister, the young girls and ladies were so enthused by that I felt delighted at the excitement that they had to contribute and give back to society. My warmest greetings to all my sisters in the profession, and I wish all of you a very successful career ahead of you. Of course, I don't think you need any further empowerment, because you are an empowered group. You are very bright in your work, very diligent in your work, and we are very proud to have you handling such critical assignments in the Indian economy. Of course, chartered accountants have a very crucial role to play as ambassadors of India. When we interact with the world, when we interact with investors from around the world, when we are telling them about the India story, the emerging opportunities in the Indian economy. And to my mind, India stands at the cusp of a great journey, a saga of development in the years to come, particularly as the world's largest business opportunity, with 1 billion people aspiring for a better quality of life. I have no hesitation in saying that today India is the world's best place to do business in, best place to invest in, and a market which is yearning for good quality, yearning for probity and integrity, yearning for quality of service, and in that we chartered accountants have a great role to play and a great opportunity both for our professional work as well as to give back to society. To my mind also, the chartered accountants act as a bridge between citizens, business, the bureaucracy and government or politics. Why I say this bridge? Because you are the conscience keepers of Indian society. With your understanding, with your probing mind, which we are trained to be as auditors, we are able to see what is going wrong and we are also able to give solutions how to set it right. I personally believe just being a cynic or a critic all the time is not the way forward. All of us in society have to participate in our nation building effort, but all of us have to participate with a proactive and positive mindset. Where there are problems, we all know many times we keep repeating the same problems in a very cynical fashion, in a very negative fashion. I believe we have a historical duty to perform as chartered accountants, as people who are trained to think out of the box, trained to understand issues and find solutions. We can actually come up with ideas to make ease of business better. We can come up with ideas to eliminate corruption, which is one of the main targets or main aims of this government. We can come up with ideas to make it easier for taxpayers, for assessees in their business, in their day-to-day life. We can come up with ideas for simplification of the laws of the land. There's so much and more we can do. I would only appeal to all of you to work together with the government, with society, and work as an interface, not only to provide a better future for the people of India, but also to provide a more honest government for the years to come. It's once again a great pleasure to interact with you, particularly given that you are emerging as a very, very integral and important part of the profession. I wish all of you and your families all the very best in the days and months to come. Thank you very much.
Respected sir, you just now mentioned the quality and the training which we as a chartered accountants get help us in perform our various duties whenever we serve the society. I think that was the one, your qualification. Recently we had the successful allocation of the coal blocks. They always say कि कोयले में हमेशा हाथ काला होता है. But here is the personality who not only understood in a very short time. Of course, sir was in a political life and were as a member of Rajya Sabha for a very long time. But to head a ministry, and not only a ministry. I remember in earlier government there were 3 cabinet ministers for 3 portfolios which our respected sir is handling. That is power, coal, and the renewable energy. Sir, as far as you were also the information, communication and campaign heading the committee of the BJP, which was recently held the elections. And we as a chartered accountant, we always feel that there is a lack of communication. What you say, sir? What is your experience and what you think so, sir?
I would agree with you that possibly all of us have got so busy in our work that possibly the amount of communication and the amount of interaction which we would love to do with all of you, with the people, is could be more, could be done better, could be done more frequently. Personally, I've been trying to interact through the media with the people and sharing all the activities of the work we do. We are trying to improve our website and internet focus so that we can be more transparent in our work, give to the people all the decisions we take through technology. But I'm happy to take forward your suggestion that we'll have to interact more frequently and more proactively. But what I can say, and I'd like to share with you all through this medium, is that the efforts of the Prime Minister to bring digital India into the lives of all the people of India are very critical to the success of the government in the future. We believe the more and more we are able to engage with the people through social media or through any other platform using digital modern technology will help us to interact and give people an opportunity to give us feedback on a real-time basis. it also helps us in our work. After all, the entire transparent coal block auction could not have taken place but for the fact that we had digital technology at our command, and the transparency came in through the webcast or through the entire process being online on a real-time basis. So I believe technology can play a very important role as we are using it today. I also believe that as we get into more and more transparency, the people of India will start trusting their government much more.
Sir, before joining government, you were also on the board of various, big Indian banks. So now, as a chartered accountant, and also on the various board of the various banks, what space you see a chartered accountant they can really contribute? Because Honorable Prime Minister is talking about very high, and entire government is working for Make in India, so that entrepreneurs can do the best business not only for India but for the cutting edge competition at the global level. So in finance field, sir, what is role you see as a chartered accountant? What we can do?
One, of course, you are taking the message or the laws of the land to the rest of the world, which is an extremely important role that all of you are performing. But one critical thing, and I've said this earlier in my interactions with the Institute, is for more and more chartered accountants to talk about their own experiences, to share with us where they feel are the ways to make tax laws simpler, tax administration more honest, to help us with ideas to implement laws in a more honest fashion. Also help us with ideas what we should do to attract foreign investment to come into India. What are the concerns of foreign investors, domestic investors, taxpayers, whether it's service tax, whether it's income tax, all the other various revenues that the government collects. If we as a profession bring in integrity in our own working and stop encouraging any sort of malpractices in the whole department in the systems, I think that will be the greatest service that we will do to society.
Definitely, sir, we will take further your message that as a profession will definitely come out with various suggestions, and as always been in the past, respected sir was always with the profession, be it the when we still remember the debate in the parliament on the Companies Act and many of the provisions. It was just because of respected Piyush bhai that certain provisions which were harsh for the profession and also for the businessman, they could not see the light of the day. And in times to come also, we are quite sure, sir, you are always accessible to us and we will definitely come out, sir.
May I make a small humble suggestion?
Sir,
why don't you all crowdsource ideas from the entire profession and all our colleagues on what we can do to further improve the tax laws, make them simpler, remove discretion so that the problems that assessees face are reduced, improvements in the Companies Act, which I'm told still requires some more corrections or corrective actions. Government is trying to look at how to make it easier for companies to fulfill all the requirements of the Act. Whatever are these suggestions that you all can crowdsource, then have a small team study them to make sure that it doesn't leave loopholes for misuse of the law. After all, where do the Ponzi schemes come from? From misuse of the laws of the land. Where do the large amounts of scams that we hear from time to time in the stock market or in the people's trying to avoid taxes or trying to work up schemes to reduce their tax liability and then get caught, then get into raids, then get into litigation. If we can make a simpler law without compromising on revenue. After all, government needs revenue to serve the people for welfare measures. You can't have a government which just eliminates all taxes and then wants to serve the people with fresh air. That's not possible. So keeping in mind revenue compulsions, the need for money to have social welfare schemes, but at the same time simplifying the laws and making it easier to administer. If you all can crowdsource and come up with ideas, we are very open. We can even go to the finance minister. I'll take you to the finance minister with ideas.
Thank you, sir. That this particular message will definitely, through our honorable president, will come back to you about all the areas that are concerning profession. Sir, again coming back to the Women Members Empowerment Committee, sir, if you see the profile of the women chartered accountant, there are already 22% chartered accountant who are the women chartered accountant. As far as the new girls students who are entering the profession, there are about 30